So I'm here with director, writer, actor Christopher Williams. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine, Ryan. How are you, man? It's been a minute, bro.
Yeah. I remember the day I met you. It was outside of I believe the Universal City Station, and it was like your first day at the New York Film Academy, and you were trying to go through the back lot. You were like, like, yo, I was like explaining to you, like, no, you gotta like go all the way around.
Yeah, that was. I remember that. That was wild. Yeah,
But like you were saying, they sent a car for you, and like,
they did. Yeah, my first day. Yeah, they did. Yes. And all that money. Shoot, they could send it for me.
nice.
Money to come to the school, come pick me up.
Yeah. Did you enjoy your experience, like as a student at the New York Film Academy, and do you feel like film school is necessary?
I did. It's funny, man. I did enjoy my time at New York Film Academy.
Right.
I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I'm like, because a lot has happened since post. A lot has happened in the industry since post film school.
Right.
So I say that to say what I do now. I tell young people, don't go to film school. You don't need it. You do not
Right.
need it. If I knew what I know now, then in 2010, 2011, I would have saved that money, man. I would have been making, I would have had 5 or 4 feature films by now. You know what I mean? But it's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. I don't regret it, but I definitely do tell young people, you don't save your money. Save your money. You could just start making films now. Ava DuVernay, she said the cheapest film school is watching the making of featurettes. The making of this movie, that movie. You can learn a lot when you watch the making of movies because you're seeing what goes in to make it happen. You know, and then the rest you just learn from doing. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And I was privileged to work on the first student film that you did. Like, it was a thesis film, like, your end of the year project. And I was like, luckily to be cast and it's part of this anthology.
Yes, yep. Yeah. I did my thesis. At the time I titled it The Virgin Experience. Yes. And I think we shot it in 3 days because I ain't had no money, I ain't had no money. I shot some of it at the school, you know. Some of it was at the school, some of it was at this girl's house in LA, and then some of it was at my grandfather's church.
Yeah.
So I definitely use my resources because I was not about to take out another loan just to do a thesis.
Yeah, it had a lot of production value though. Like even with, I think it looks really great, and it was a good project. Like you've always been a really good writer, and you cast like good actors. I think like that's one of the common things when I look at the other films and stuff and everything, and then like you're a part of it as well, and like your acting ability only gets like better. Like I really enjoy watching The Aid in that anthology, and like I thought like stuff, the suspense, and I was like you're not like one dimensional. You have like a lot of layers.
Yes, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. Yeah, and it's crazy. So you watch the whole feature, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So it's crazy because it's kind of moving watching it because it's like, during that time, 2011 was the thesis. 2012, I did the aid, and then so forth and so forth. 2015, 2016, 2017 was the Book of Dropmon, and then 2018 was the Strippers and Robbers. So it's crazy seeing where I was in life as those projects got made.
Right. Like, and they're all like exciting, and like, they're different pieces, and stuff and everything. And like I really took a lot, like, different, like, morals from each of them. Like, what was the message that you were trying to get across, like, in each of those films?
Mm, to be honest, it's really no message. I just, I it's really no message. I just basically I needed to make a feature film, to sell, because for the filmmakers out there that's listening to this, shorts are good, but eventually you got to graduate and do feature films, an hour 20, an hour 10 or more movie. That's what the film distributors want. So I was like, you know what? Instead of me writing something fresh, I could just take what I've done already, splice it together. Oh, an hour and 9 minutes, feature.
Right. Do you have plans like, to do more work on Tubi?
I do. I actually got an idea. I got some other shorts in a series of mine, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna splice these together and do a crazy people, and throw this on Tubi. Yes. So yeah, man, Tubi is crazy right now. For those people that don't know, Tubi is a free platform of Fox. Fox owns it. Fox owned platform, and you have your movies from the 70s and 80s, and on top of that, you have a sea of independent films. And the one that me and Ryan are talking about, Dangerous People, is on there right now. But yeah, man, it's a great time to be on Tubi.
Yeah, I was reading an article and stuff that was talking about how like Tubi is opening a lot of doors for Black filmmakers.
Yeah, it is. It is, man. It is, because it's at that time where it's like film fest. Do this industry, it changes all the time. Back when we met, when we was when I did my thesis and stuff, 2011, that was the web series era.
Right. Yeah.
People was doing web series, like pretty much the time during the time that I took to make my movie from 2011 to 2018. That was that exact time of people doing web series, and people
Right. 100%. Yeah.
picked up. So now filmmakers are getting more smart. They like, no, I need to recoup the money I spent on my film. So no, I'm not about to take it to no film festival. Nah, I'll take it over here. They can stream it and I could get money. I could get a check. Okay,
Right.
let's do that.
Because you have gotten your work in like, some festivals. Do you feel like, festivals are worthwhile?
Yes and no. Like I said, it was more worthwhile like 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Right.
Now, 2023, streaming platforms are in. Streaming platforms are in, dude. And dude, I'm telling you, there's a few film festivals are begging filmmakers to submit their films. That's to show you right there that filmmakers ain't submitting to festivals no more. They just streaming their stuff.
Right. Hey, because it's like, I mean, like, like with festivals, it's like you're kind of gambling. You're hoping like, that people like your film and that they're gonna make you an offer that's like worthwhile. Like, even if they do make you an offer, it doesn't mean like that the offer would be like, what you spent on your film. Like a lot of times and stuff, they try to lowball. That's like, what Miramax was like known for, like Harvey Weinstein, and like, buying like, films at the lowest prices.
Well, I will say with that, because Weinstein, he put my boys on the map. He put Quentin Tarantino and Kevin Smith on the map.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? They had to build from that. Your first offer for your first anything, you're not gonna get a whole lot of money. You're not, because you're a newbie. You got to build from that.
Right.
Build from that. Once you put in more work and you keep proving yourself, then you can, ask for more money or say, "Oh, I'm worth this now." Yada yada yada. But
yeah. That's a common thing, like with a lot of filmmakers. I think that they have like, the idea and stuff that they're going to hit the lottery like at festivals. Like, that they're going to like, like, hey, like I'm getting $1 million for my movie. And, you talk to like some of the people and stuff and everything, you see where their mind are at. but like that's not necessarily how festivals work. And like I think there's a lot of like misconception amongst filmmakers where they think like, you know, they've made their movie and they're gonna take it to a festival and like, you know, all their problems are gonna be done.
Correct. Yeah. That's not reality. Film festivals, look, listen, film festivals, you're at their mercy, filmmakers. You're at their mercy for them to say yes or no to your movie. It's not a guarantee that it'll get in. It's not a guarantee that it'll win anything. And for the record, awards don't mean shit. Awards don't mean anything. You talk to agencies and stuff, they don't care. They don't care. Unless it's an Oscar, Emmy, Grammy, your little shrinky dink award at that festival, it's not gonna hold weight. You know what I mean? It's not gonna hold weight. Now, if you have the motherlode, Sundance, Slam Dance, which is going on right now as we speak. I have a few colleagues that are out in Sundance right now.
Yeah.
Networking and all that good stuff. But even for your film to get in those festivals, it's gotta be really good.
Right.
Gotta have some Hollywood attachments in there.
Yeah, you were talking about awards not meaning stuff, and like even like with Oscars, like you I think you could win an Oscar today and be forgotten. Like, what happened to like Barkhad Abdi, the guy who
right.
was like, the Somalian pirate movie, so you haven't seen him a lot of stuff like since then, and like even like Lupita Nyong'o, like she's like done a lot of work and stuff and everything, but like I still don't feel like she gets the recognition of like like an Oscar winning actress like you would think. It took her a while, like what I mean, to establish that, like before she got into Black Panther and like all of those other like projects that she's done and stuff. It seemed like for a while it was a tough go for it. Like Hollywood's a tough business to be in.
It's very tough. It's very tough, but like you gotta be tough.
Right.
You gotta be tough, and you have to be flexible, because mind you, it's an industry that changes all the time.
Right.
So it's like, all right, last year they was doing this. This year, nah, they doing something else.
Like how do you approach it, like as far as like deciding like what camera to shoot on? Like obviously at the New York Film Academy, the school's providing a camera, and then like you go into the real world, like are you renting cameras, like you're buying your own camera? Like what would be your advice there?
You can buy your own if you got the money. Yeah, buy your own, get insurance on it. Go to B&H Studios, whatever. Yeah, buy your own stuff. If you can rent your own. That's one of those things. It's kind of up to you type of thing.
Yeah.
Just
what about preference for camera types though? What do you think like is like industry acceptable these days? Because like if you look at like Sundance, a lot of like the feature films, they seem to be shot on like red cameras like a few years ago. And like it seems like these are like very high-end cameras, like $100,000 cameras. People can't usually go out and buy those, but you can make like you can make, I feel, like a really good film on like a Canon 5D. Get you a little monitor and like and stuff. There's a lot of good stuff that you could do with it. People have like made feature films on iPhones. So
true that.
I mean, it just seems like and stuff and everything. Like, what do you think? Like, I mean, as far as the quality of the camera, does it matter?
I don't think it does as much, as long as you have some decent lights.
Right.
So you got some good lights. You can get a DP who knows how to shoot, and you just gotta, every story should have a look. So you have to figure out what kind of look are you going for.
Right.
Is this a dark film? Is this a mundane film? Is it, you got to figure that out. There's no right and wrong to this game. To creating, there's no right or wrong. You know, you have to make choices because people would ask us, why'd you do that? Why'd you do this? You know, why'd you choose that? You know, it's not right or wrong, you know, it's art, but we just want to know why would you tell it in this way?
Right.
There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. You know? You just got to figure out which way works for you in the approach. What approach are you using to tell the story?
Definitely. What's next for you in the future?
In the future, man, I want to get some money. I want some exclusive deals, bruh.
Okay.
Money up front. You know, I've been putting in work since 2011, you know, since we met, last seen each other. So, you know, I just got to keep at it. You know, you got to keep at it. And, you know, it's a lot of patience you got to have in this game. You know, you got to wait your turn.
100%, man. Your turn's coming up. Like, you know, I enjoyed your work, and I think, like, you know, it's just getting steadily better. And, you know, like, you know, you'll definitely, like, you know, succeed. Like, you know, keep at it.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, brother.
Man, thank you so much for taking the time. Like, you know, hit me up anytime.
Definitely, definitely. Is there gonna be a link in bio for this interview?
Yeah, like, you know, I'm gonna upload it, like, you know, and stuff a little bit later today, via YouTube and stuff and everything. And I'll put, like, you know, your information. If you want me to put anything specific, just send it over.
Got it.
Definitely, man. Good to talk to you, Chris.
You too, man. Yo, where you at these days?
I'm in Las Vegas right now.
You in Vegas right now, but you live in PA, right?
No, I live in Florida. Yeah. Man, how about you? Where are you staying?
I'm in New York.
You're
Yeah,
still in New York? Yeah, yeah. What part of New York?
yeah. Manhattan.
Nice, man. Like, you know, and stuff and everything. Like, yeah, I've gone to New York a couple of times. When I lived in Massachusetts, I would go to New York a lot. I lived in PA. I went to New York like once. I did like a short film with his actor and stuff and everything in New York. I've you know, tried to leave my footprint there, you know.
So you know, well now you can leave your footprint anywhere, you know.
Yeah, it's true with the power of the internet and stuff and everything. I like to go, like, though, to different places for the purpose of, like, meeting like other people. You never know, like, you know, who you're going to meet, like, there. And I went to New York. I've worked with an actor. He's like on TV and stuff and everything, you know. So, like, it's like you get the experience to work with like people that you respect, and, like, you know, create good content, you know. So, like, I like want to work with great people. Like, I think, like, I saw like an interview where it was like Bradley Cooper, where he was saying that's like what he wants the most is just to work with great people. Is like the things are, you know, simple. And I kind of like have that kind of mindset. I just want to work with, like, you know, great people, you know, whether it's like, you know, just people whose work I respect more so than anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be award based, even though, like, I have worked with like people who have won awards, but that's not the, you know, make good stuff, man. You know, that, like, you know, it's timeless. And, you know, they can, yeah, like, get out there. And that's the cool thing I like about Tubi and stuff, is now people can see your work, because a lot of people make these short films, but, like, you know, no one ever sees it or whatever. They put it on Vimeo, and then the link expires or whatever, and, like, you know, it's like they've just forgotten about it and their dreams of being a filmmaker and stuff. So it's like, I think that's cool, like, just for you to do something like with your films, as opposed, I think, like, a lot of filmmakers could probably like learn something from that, because it's like, why, like, you know, it wasn't that it just like nobody ever really saw it or like had the opportunity. And, you know, hopefully if it finds the audience, then it does, you know.
That's it. Definitely, bro. Yeah, man. You have to definitely, you know, utilize different platforms and get yourself out there.
Most definitely. But Chris, I'm not gonna take up no more of your day, man. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Definitely, man. Thanks for having me, Ryan.
Most definitely.
All right, good talking to you, bro.
You too.